Aqa huinga galarunga, yuppiugunga, mamderiillermiugunga allu. Anama atra maklauguk, nunapitjormiuguk, ataka Taiwan ami mani upalchuk. Hi, my name is Christopher Liu. I'm from Bethel, and I currently live in Seattle, though I've lived in Anchorage as well. I think I have different interpretations of what responsibility culture could mean. One way is the way that my mom has talked with me about, which is to have responsibility to live a traditional lifestyle. And in a way it's very hard to do that. It's harder to do it in the city, especially because so much of that lifestyle is based on your surroundings. But there are other ways to continue to live a traditional lifestyle in your home, or if you're in an urban setting like Anchorage or Seattle, and whether that be through sharing food or sharing your language with your family or with your friends. That's one approach that I've been taught. Another approach that I think is more of a personal interpretation is to always have your culture in mind when you choose to work, or when you choose a career, or when you choose, however you choose to spend your time. And for me personally, whether I'm working in policy or if I'm working even as an engineer, I would like to serve my community in some way, whether that be through creating a device that answers problems of safety that only people encounter, like hunters encounter, or if it's within policy and you want to work at the legislature or be a representative and represent your community and especially the traditional values of your community. Finally, I think responsibility culture could be viewed from an elder's point of view as well as a kid's point of view. A lot of times we're expected to consider traditional lifestyle as how the elders have lived. But today, because all of the people our age or people my age have grown up learning English and being surrounded by American culture, it's harder to recognize that desire and that responsibility. I think that one thing I had to consider before I went to college was the possibility of working outside of my home community. But I've realized now that there is a way of returning back, and that is just to go back during the summers, to go to fish camp, or to go see family, and it's all right to have two homes. Living a traditional lifestyle actually requires a lot of work if you're not at home, if you're not growing up in your hometown in the Waikiki Delta. I think that a lot of times we expect to be surrounded by our culture and to be expectant of it to be around us, but it's our responsibility to share that culture and to be expressive in our culture wherever we are, even if we're not surrounded by it. That's, I think, the hardest thing to do.